day-to-day basis. There you go, get his dance on. So basically anything they can do to try and mirror us. You know, it's not going to be exactly the way we do it every time, but it's their own little dolphin version of it. You see him barking just like Wade's doing, smacking his tail around. So like I said, you know, it's not going to be just like us. Obviously, they don't have feet to march with, but they do the best they can. Very excited, very excited. So let's give these guys a hand for just how good they're doing right now. They're doing great. Doing what? Ooh, first spin, very nice. So a lot of times throughout the day, we like to have our dolphins go out and do what we call these high energy behaviors. Because not only is it fun for them, you know, it's physically stimulating, gives them kind of a workout, since, you know, they don't have all the room like the dolphins out in the wild do. We need to kind of supplement them with some exercise. So those high energy behaviors really do help them to keep in shape. Definitely get ready for that beach season since it's coming up soon. Get them slim and ready for the lady dolphins. We actually weighed Callan last week, and he is our biggest dolphin here, weighing in at about 620 pounds. So very, very large dolphin, which is one of the reasons why, you know, it is illegal for people to interact with dolphins out in the wild. Since 1972, it has been illegal due to the Marine Mammal Protection Act. Just because of these guys' sheer size and the way that they do like to play around, it's just not for humans to go and interact with them out in the wild. Luckily, our dolphins here, they've been trained their whole lives, they've been around humans, they pretty much know what we can and can't take. So it's definitely fun and safe to come in here and hang out with our dolphins, and they definitely love it. But like I said, dolphins out in the wild, they just have never really experienced humans the way that these guys have. So them playing around with us would be exactly how they play around with other dolphins out in the wild. And unfortunately for us, that can be pretty rough sometimes. I don't know if you guys can see, but both of these dolphins actually have what we call rake marks right on the top of their heads. And this is just a playful behavior for them. Since they don't have hands, they use that mouth to basically explore everything in their environment. So, you know, other dolphins, fish, anything out there, they'll use that mouth to check out. So what just looks like a scratch on a dolphin, for us obviously, you know, might be strictly emergency. So, like I said, definitely if you see them out in the wild, just let them be dolphins, be in the wild. They're beautiful for what they are. So definitely just take your memories, you know, have your great stories, but definitely only come to educational facilities such as the DFC to interact with these guys at a closer level. Like I said, all those sounds do come right from that blowhole on the top of his head. So dolphins actually only get one set of teeth their entire life. They can have anywhere from 72 to 104 teeth in their mouth. So very, very large number of choppers they got there. But like I said, they use those teeth for investigating pretty much everything. Now, the cool thing about dolphins is they do use echolocation. Now their teeth are pretty much spaced perfectly for that in their mouth. They're actually not, you know, perfectly aligned. They have a little bit of spacing and sagginess to them, so the sounds that they send out do bounce back. They can pretty much pinpoint where exactly it is because of the spacing in their teeth. The sound gets absorbed through their lower jaw into some fatty tissue back there. And those vibrations ring throughout their head and kind of make this picture inside of their melon. And that is how they see throughout their environment. So, very useful. Near the water, you get a little bit murky sometimes. Their echolocation really is their prime tool. Now, it is so sophisticated, they can even tell the difference between a ping pong ball and a golf ball from a distance of 100 yards away, just because of the density, shape, all those little dimples on a golf ball. They can actually pick those differences out using that echolocation. So it is a very sophisticated, very awesome tool. Big clump of seaweed, my goodness. So, every now and then our dolphins will bring us up a present, kind of a thank you to us. And this is what we got from Callan today, this big, huge clump of seaweed. I guess he's really happy. We really wanted to say thank you. There you go, you got some fun. That was awesome. Yeah, so you see, our dolphins really do love that. They're very tactile animals, so all these things you'll see, you know, love-hate relationships like you see here. Yeah, you want it? Should I bring it down for you? Alright. So, what's going to happen in a little bit is Talon is actually going to be receiving water. Now, this is just one of the many medical behaviors that we do on our dolphins. On a day-to-day basis, they will receive, some sort of medical treatment. The water pretty much is just kind of help wash out all those organs. It's just a little extra supplementary stuff in there. They do get a lot of their water from the fish that they eat. They metabolize that and turn it into fresh water, but this is just a little additive measure, just to keep them at that prime optimum health. So, you'll see now we have Rachel on the dock. That tube is going to be actually slipped down into Talon's throat, but no worries, it doesn't bother him at all. Dolphins actually don't have a gag reflex, since their trachea and esophagus are two separate tubes. You can slide that right down, and they have no problem with it. Now, some days, it's a little bit difficult than others to get them to actually do this watering behavior. All these behaviors we do with them are voluntary, so if the dolphins don't want to do it, that's up to them. We can't make them do anything they don't want to do. But luckily today, it looks like Talon's just going to accept that. But like I said, if he didn't want to, he could swim away. That would let us know that he didn't want to do that today. But, is that what he's doing? Yeah. So, sometimes they'll play some games with the trainers. They want to do it right now. They'll play around with them, joke around with them. We'll get it to them eventually. But like I said, this is just one of the many medical behaviors you may see going on. We like to help if they have any cuts or scrapes. So, kind of liquid band-aid on them, help them out that way. You'll see us giving them vitamins. Anything really that we can do to make our dolphins as healthy as possible. Alright, buddy. Very nice, very nice. So here we go, you see, Talon is resting right up on Wade's feet. So like I said, if he did not want to do this, he simply would not do that for him. So he's going to take all that water, and this is just like I said, just some extra supplementary health care for him. Kind of like humans, we should be drinking 8 to 10 glasses of water a day. We don't always do that. So this is just helping Talon to get that full helping of water in there. Now, Talon is one of our research buff dolphins.